What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Crowned. It's your girl Kay Higgins again for blessing you guys, and we have a guest, a very special guest at that. Sing for them real quick, just so they can kind of see if they recognize the voice.
And without him, you look like a king. Wear your crown.
Jeez, Anika Marie. Yo, but we got Anika Marie in the studio today.
When you showed me that mix though,
yeah,
I was like, that's fucking hard.
Yo, honestly, when I was thinking about it, I'm like, I need this.
I love it
for the intro, and you're just too dope. That song is actually Chocolate High. That was her first single that she dropped. So, second single.
Yeah,
second single. Yeah,
but I count it as my first.
I hear that.
Everyone knows that one.
Everybody.
Yeah.
So let everybody know a little bit about yourself real quick.
My name is Anika Marie.
Mm-hmm.
I sing R&B. I feel like I sing about love most of the times right now, and I'm a lover of black women. I'm a lover of black people. I'm a lover of just good vibes, and yeah, what else can I say? I sing.
I hear that.
Yeah.
So you've been doing music in Toronto, but you're from Brampton, correct? And how long have you...
I was born and raised in Mississauga. I just recently moved to Brampton.
Oh.
Yeah, I moved into my own place.
Jeez.
So, you know, I'm in Brampton now.
Jeez. So. Can't even call you a Brampton native. No, but how long have you been doing music in the Toronto scene now for about?
Well, I put my first single out in 2017.
Okay.
And yeah, like from there, well, from before then I was like making YouTube like videos and stuff, but just like networking and getting to know people. I was going to open mics and stuff, and like from there, you know, got to know producers, got to know engineers, studio space, people who put up, you know, events and things like that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, like from there you get to know people, and then you kind of just, you know, you're in the crowd. And
I hear that. It makes sense, because like once you're kind of in the circuit, you're in there. You get to meet one person. It's like they connect you to another person and another person. And what would you say was kind of like your influence when you were creating your sound and figuring out what you want your sound to actually be?
Like artists and stuff.
Not even just artists, but more so like the sound that you kind of wanted to portray.
I don't know. I feel like at first I was really into blues. And then when I came out, I was like, okay, I need to make a song that is like catchy. I need to make a fast-paced song. You know what I mean? Something that shows my attitude. You know? So I put out that, right?
Yeah.
And for sure, like that's definitely a part of me. But I feel like when it comes to the music, I become a little bit more soft.
Yeah.
And so I kind of just got more comfortable in that. And so, you know, with that, I started just, you know, singing about, like, my feelings and, like, you know, that vulnerable shit that maybe I won't say in person. So, like, you know, I love lyrics. I love, you know, the way Tiana Taylor writes. I love Summer Walker, of course. I love her, you know. I love the way they tell their stories and speak their truth and, like, get emotional and shit. So, yeah, I feel like that's my inspiration. I'm inspired by emotion.
I could definitely understand where you're coming from, because we do follow your Instagram handle, and we see a lot of your posts, and you're very vocal about how you feel about a lot of things. And
you have to be.
Yeah.
I feel like people like that stuff, like. And not everyone will agree with you, but it starts a conversation. Like, I love people who kind of put their opinion out there.
Thanks.
And, like, even though, like, I'll completely disagree sometimes, but can I swear? I fuck with the fact that, like, I'm like, I fuck with the vibe where it's, like, you can, you know, you're starting a conversation. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I do that. And I do that in a real life, too. I'm just, like, I don't know, like some people are able to just like observe and not say anything, and I'm not that person all the time.
I'm not that person at all, so I completely understand. Where it's like sometimes when you see something, you just gotta call it out, and you gotta let people know how you feel. And if you you guys listen to Anika's songs, which you guys should be listening to, you need to follow her on iTunes, Spotify, whatever it is you got. A lot of her lyrics is calling a lot of these guys out on their F-boy shit. You know what I mean? And correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of it is calling a lot of men out on what you feel, letting them know what you want, comparison to what they're giving. And I mess with it.
Absolutely. Like, it's funny that you say that because I feel like that's my personality. I feel like that's the vibe that I put out, you know? But when you actually listen to my music, like, I'm in love.
Definitely, like I know.
When you take me in, when you actually take my music, like, a bitch is a love again. Like, don't get it twisted.
That's why you're calling them out,
So,
because it's like, you're getting hurt because you're drowning. I get it.
Yeah. And I mean, not to say that, like, I'm perfect, because I know I ain't shit. But if you stay tuned and listen to, you know, my new music coming out, you will get to know the real me. I'm going to be more well-rounded in terms of expressing myself. Yeah, because I'm, you know, we can have multiple personalities. I feel like there's about 5 characteristics. There's about 5 personalities up in here. So it's like, let everybody know there's going to be a song for you. Yeah.
And I noticed you actually started working with Zen Soul on a few tracks.
That's my girl.
And I call you guys the queens of R&B. I don't know, I wrote that in her DMs one time. I'm like, yo, you guys are the queens, because she posted a post of you guys together, and I'm like, you guys are the queens.
Yo, we're trying to be, honestly. I feel like what I love the most about her and I is the fact that we genuinely care for our path, and we genuinely care for our growth, and we work together, and we're in the studio, and we're giving each other opinions. You know what I mean? Like, it's, you know, what do you think about this? Like, it's a breath of fresh air, and like I feel like you feed off each other, and like we even like our voices complement each other.
Facts.
And yeah, it's dope to get to know people and like actually have certain people that stick. Yeah.
I can completely understand that.
Yeah.
And out in Peel, out in the Peel region, you guys don't really be doing a lot of features with each other.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
I don't know. You know what? It's so crazy because I feel like for me personally, like I have a lot of, like, not to say, oh, I'm the shit or anything, but like as an artist, like you want to make sure that you like what you're going to be on, right? So not to say that there's no talent, because there's talented people, but I feel like there's a certain level of vulnerability that it takes to work with somebody, and not everybody knows how to work together. Or like, not to say that people don't know how to work together, but it's like it's doing it. Like, are you willing to actually put out and like do that now? You know what I mean?
Facts.
And yeah, it's there should be no pride in it, you know, like it should be us collabing and stuff. And I've actually just linked up with a group of people who are, you know, writers and producers and engineers, and we're all coming together writing and making magic. And like, honestly, I fucking love it. And
I can imagine.
It's sad that, you know, this is something that we could have, like, people could have been doing. This could have been the thing in Toronto. We collab.
Yeah.
And we make magic. Like, we go so far, but I don't know, there's so much pride, and then, you know, people get played, and then it's like, nah, I don't trust anybody now, let me do my own thing.
It's true.
Like, it's hard, but
Toronto is definite. I'm a big believer, if you can make it out of Toronto, and you live in, like, Toronto, GTA, wherever, you know what I mean. Because, honestly, at this point, we're all Toronto.
Yeah, absolutely.
When it comes to artistry, we're all Toronto. No one's saying I'm... Yeah. No one's saying I'm from Brampton. People are like, Toronto. Right. So, no one's saying I'm from Saga. They're saying Toronto. Like, we might say that's where you originate from, but
I feel like
You
you
have to
should
run
rep.
up
I feel like you should rep where you're from, because if you're from Brampton and you're repping Toronto, people know you're from Brampton.
We're getting
Like, you're not getting away with that.
We're getting at you. We're roasting you. We're on it. We're on it. But
I feel you.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like, when you're trying to work with each other, I feel like people oftentimes take it for a competition rather than collaboration or coming together for the greater good.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people feel like the greater good is to make money right away, not seeing the bigger picture. You know what I mean? And it's one of those things where
it has to be a give and take too.
Yeah.
Because I've definitely been in situations where, you know, someone has been there trying to support me, or like not even try to support me, but we're working together, but I notice that I'm putting out more than they are, and that kind of makes you feel away, right? And like, I mean, you know, there's situations where you just let it go and you address it, right? And so, you know, I address it, and then it's like, we're getting personal. But, you know, it's actually it's a situation that people go through where it's like, wow, like, I'm putting in and, like, you're not, you know, reciprocating that same love, so why am I gonna now, you know what I mean?
What is the point of
What's
this?
the point, right?
That's true.
Now I look, you know, the fuck is this, right?
Facts.
But,
I know. It's just, you gotta roll with the punches, and you gotta really see what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And unfortunately, in the city, a lot of things don't work for us, rather than working for us.
that's straight. Yeah, and you figure out throughout
exactly
what works, and it's fine.
And when you really figure it out, it's magic. And that's when we get like the Jesse Reyes and the Daniel Caesars and the Savannah Ray. Now let's talk about the direction that Anika Marie's moving into. You've been doing your music for a while now. What's the direction that you see for yourself in the next like few years?
I definitely want to kind of expand and get my music out further than here. You know, I feel like going into different spaces and catching a different vibe, like, it really puts you in a different headspace. So not only for, you know, my overall growth, but like, you know, just to see what's out there. But in terms of music wise and like who I work with, I have a couple people that live in my area that I work with. My engineer is the same guy who makes my beats. Is the same guy who mixes and masters, and then, you know, I have photographers and things like that, like female, black female photographers that I'm working with. I really want to collab with different black artists and just produce, whether it's music, whether it's content. I want to obviously make a coin off of it.
Facts.
Whether I'm selling next. Yeah, I'm trying some things. I have some things, you know, on my to-do list and on my goal list. So yeah, just stay tuned. Yeah, I'm not much of what was I saying earlier? I'm not much of a planner.
No, you're not.
I'm more of like a
creator.
I'm gonna just do this.
Yeah.
Just do it. But yeah, one day at a time, and I'm enjoying it.
Well, that's kind of the way to do it, right? And I'm sure through that process, you're gonna really create magic. You know, I already said, like, you're one of the people who I fangirl as an artist in the city, so.
You can't gas me like that, but thank you.
So it's one of those things where it's like, I've been saying, I'm like, look out, in a year or so, shit's gonna bust for this girl. And I'm gonna keep saying it, because I believe that. And it's kind of like, outside of yourself, who is your top 5 in the city?
Top 5? Wow.
Who's your top 5 artists?
Wow. Alright, so I'm definitely gonna have to put Zen Soul. That's my girl. She's very talented. She just put out an EP called Coffee.
It's crazy.
Artists. There's an artist, his name's True Jackson. True Jack City. I'm so sorry, I messed up the name. True Jack City. He's a rapper. He's fucking dope. I would have to say my third. you know when you're put on the spot and it's like, what artist from the city do I listen to?
Mm-hmm. I know everybody chokes whenever I ask them this question. Don't worry.
Right. Savannah Ray, who's like
crazy.
What's up? She must have talked. I love her.
She's amazing.
Who else? Oh, Stasia Daniels. She's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I love her vibe. Her music is amazing. And last but not least, I'll say myself, because I listen to myself.
Ooh, I fuck with that.
I listen to me often, and you should too.
Tell them where they can find you.
Anika Marie Music on Instagram.
Okay.
And there you'll get a link. You can press my link in bio and for my Spotify and all that. And it's Anika Marie. And if you don't know where to start, I need you to start on Chocolate High and work your way from there.
Jeez. Chocolate High is a great place to start. So now, it's time for you to bless us with the performance. Are you feeling ready?
I'm ready. I got my water.
Okay.
Take a little sip.
All right. You guys ready for this? Anika Marie is going to be tuning in to the studio right now.
Didn't want to tell you, but it's showing all over my body, baby. And I don't want to be embarrassed, 'cause I don't know if you feel the same. You can cross my mind on the daily, I won't tell you. Still I treat you right, better than my other niggas. Preparing for the worst, hoping for the best, 'cause I ain't stupid, we just fooling around every day, low-key. Everything we do is low-key. Tell me, is there something wrong with me? Low-key, low-key. Everything we do is low-key. Tell me, is there something wrong with me? Low-key. This shit got me fucked up, now I'm vulnerable. You be coming over, leaving all your clothes. I don't even mind, but I can't even lie. Trying not to feel away, 'cause everything we do is low-key. Thinking about you, baby, low-key. Yes, I called you baby. Low-key, low-key. Everything we do is low-key. Treating this like it's just you and me. Low-key, low-key. Tell me, baby, tell me, is it low-key? Tell me, baby, tell me what the fuck is wrong with me? Low-key. Tell me how the fuck I'm supposed to feel. Feel.